Election day, this is a great day in America, a great day in Massachusetts. I am always pumped on Election Day because it's democracy in action.
You get a chance there's a backdrop here of older and younger kids here and older individuals, first-time voters. What is it like to walk here and see it all work? The posters and everything.
This is what makes our country great, right? This is why protecting the vote, protecting safe and secure elections is so important. I remember as a little kid growing up in New Hampshire, going to the polls with my folks. It's great to see kids going to the polls because we want them to learn from an early age the importance of voting. Voting is your voice, voting is your power, and we want everyone to get out today and vote.
With that said, there's people who always have voter fatigue, sometimes with the election fatigue. How important is it for them to say, okay, you're at the finish line? Just get out there and make that vote count.
Look, it is so important, and I understand people are tired of the noise, tired of the TV ads, tired of so much of what is part of the politics these days. But it is so important to vote, not only at the top of the ticket for the next president of the United States, but there are candidates on the ballot who will represent you locally in the state house, in local legislature. There are important ballot questions also that people need to vote for today. So, I just encourage everybody, get out and exercise your voice. You get the government you vote for, right? You get the policies that you vote for. So get out there today and go vote.
And on those lines, what are the implications for you personally for this particular election for president?
Well, as you know, I've been campaigning very, very hard for Kamala Harris. I was Attorney General during the Trump years. I know how dangerous Trump presidency would be. I know how bad that would be for his country. And, I stand with everybody from his former generals to his chief of staff, John Kelly, to Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney, just saying, no, we're with Kamala Harris. And so freedom's on the line here in a very real way. Today, I say a prayer for all the poll workers, election workers, state and local officials working around the country, working very, very hard to secure a safe and fair election. We will have a safe and secure election. I think there's going to be a lot of noise and tumult today. We won't know the results probably for a few days, but really freedom and the direction of this country is on the line with this particular election. And I just encourage people to get out and vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz at the top of the ticket.
People are saying they're anxious today. Are you?
I think there's always an unease and anxiousness. Sure, I'm anxious. Just looking at where we are as a country right now, how close the race seems to be with so much on the line, everything that I grew up with and understood as a little kid about American government, about democracy, about civics, is on the line right now. I'm not overstating that. And so I'm anxious about that. I've campaigned a lot as you know, recently, Pennsylvania, Michigan, New Hampshire, and there's a lot of tension. There's a lot of unease, right? I think, of course, the best way to deal with that is to actually go vote and then, bring others with you. Make sure that they're exercising their vote. But we're going to have safe and secure elections. People should go vote. It's going to take a while for things to get sorted out. Trump campaign has already filed hundreds of lawsuits. You see what he was doing. It's the same playbook from 2020. Saying the other day the election's being stolen. I expect sometime later today he's going to declare victory when, of course, the race isn't even over. He brought hundreds of lawsuits before to try to stop the vote from being counted, and he lost every single one of them. Unfortunately, we're going to see the same playbook today, so people just need to hold tight and hold fast, get out and vote, because this country is a great country, but we get the government we vote for.
And
What's
all
your
that
plan for when
rhetoric.
the polls close tonight?
What's that?
What's your plan for when the polls close tonight?
Oh, I'll be watching. I'll be watching. I'm sure on the phone a lot, texting a lot, and just watching for returns. I imagine I'll be reaching out to Massachusetts folks who are on the ballot. Win or lose, there'll be winners and losers tonight, so I'll be reaching out to them. Really just like I think a lot of people just watching to see returns and how things are going.
Are you ever amazed at how sometimes the hatred kind of rises to the top when we come to the elections and everybody out there?
Well, I see so much positivity, to be honest. Being on the ground in Pennsylvania and Michigan, there's so much positive energy. Being in New Hampshire yesterday, I think that a lot of times the noise overwhelms, and I think sometimes the hate, the vitriol, that overwhelms. It gets a lot of attention, right? And that's part of Trump's playbook, frankly. That's what he's, that's the only way he can win is by, trying to stir things up, get focus on him, put out a bunch of lies and misinformation. But I do see people breaking through. They understand. I mean, women, look at the number of women turning out around the country right now because abortion's on the line. It's on the ballot, literally, in states around this country, including in Massachusetts, because a Trump presidency means that women will have even less access to needed health care. Even though they are protected in Massachusetts, under a Trump presidency, that won't hold. So, that you see driving women. I think you see a lot of young voters. There's been, I think, huge momentum. The energy, the momentum is with Harris right now. And in part, I think it's because she's running a positive campaign. She's talking about unifying, right? I've worked with her. I know her. She is about that. She means it when she says she's going to have Republicans in her cabinet and in her administration, that she's going to work for and listen to people who disagree with her. That's important. The other guy wants to put you in jail if you disagree with him. He wants to take you out, including, saying really dangerous things about taking out members of the media, taking out political opponents. That's dangerous, dangerous stuff. And so, people I hope can see through that. We're a democracy. Everything is on the line today. And I think that in the end, good and higher aspirations for this country and our ideals and our principles that have made this a wonderful place. I mean, you're standing here with me in Massachusetts. We kicked this whole thing off 250 years ago. Bedrock, democracy. Today is democracy in action here and around the United States.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Governor.
All right, you
Thank you.
guys,
Thank you.
take it easy.
Thank you.